94389. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is Thursday, even though we've said all day, we kind of feel like it's Friday. It's Thursday. It is August 18th. 2022. Summer has come to an end, at least for those of you that, like me, have sent your kids back to school. Not completely over, though, I got to say. Fellas, I know, Alex, you're up in Oxnard for the weekend. Browner, not sure what you got cooking.
Summer is over. Look at this. Today.
Let me see. Yeah.
Look at this.
Ooh. Oh, my.
Freezing.
Wow. Oxnard, California, 57 degrees. Oy vey.
Fog. I had to turn my fog lights on in my car to drive here this morning.
Wow. Dude, it is crystal
I have a hoodie on.
Oh, dude, beautiful afternoon here in San Diego, North County, coastal San Diego. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon. So I just want to say this. I don't know what everybody's got cooking this weekend. I will be at the Del Mar racetrack. By the way, speaking of Del Mar, look, I mean, I still use this stuff. The Del Mar cup. This is my water cup. And this is my coffee mug. I mean, I'm literally like, I got a coffee mug that is Del Mar, and I got a water cup that is Del Mar. And people, by the way, these particular ones, these like Del Margarita cups, people keep these all the time because they love them. They think they're super cool. I do. Every time I go to somebody's house, I'm like, oh, you got those? I got those too. So I'll be at Del Mar on Saturday all day. I was hoping to have a horse run on Saturday. We didn't. We do have a horse running today, ran earlier. So don't have the results. You can kind of figure out why if you know what I'm talking about. It's like that whole phrase, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know? Okay. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. Alex, you want to lead us off here today? Let's jump into a little bit of the Padres. They did win yesterday in Miami, so salvaging at least one game. Browner, your whole point about winning against teams you're supposed to beat, just winning the series. They didn't do that in Miami, but they did avoid being swept. Yeah.
That's true. They did not do that, but they had a good showing. They should have won the second game. They were called out at third late in the game. That kind of hurt them when they appeared to be safe. But, you know, sometimes you get ran over, man. The bullpen kind of let that one get away too. They got the 3 runs back. Manny hit the base clearing triple. Then the next inning they come out, the bullpen gives up another run. So, you know, they were competitive in the series with the exception of the first game. They should have won 2 out of 3, just like they did in the previous. But yeah, it's baseball, baby. It's baseball.
What I found encouraging yesterday
was
was
a 10 spot up, though.
That it was Mike Clevenger's. Well, it wasn't a great game, and the Padres have struggled to win games when their starters are bad.
Right.
And so the fact that they were able to back him up, drop 10, and the day before, Manaea didn't go long either, and they still managed to, you know, they had a lead, but it wasn't that big. But it's nice to see when a pitcher struggles, like pick him up, you know, score some runs.
Which
you got this offense now. So to start a game off with a grand slam, that's always encouraging. And so I think hopefully, you know, tonight, Yu Darvish, he goes long. That's what he does. But it was nice to see when a pitcher struggled, the offense pick him up, which they don't do often.
What is going on in the Padres dugout with this like black
Sex Panther?
Panthery thing? Yeah, what's going on here with this? Because, okay, there's the Chrome Zone right there holding on to this Black Panther like statue kind of thing. And you got Manny standing there posing next to him and everybody's like taking pictures in the dugout. By the way, Manny's been hot, really hot. Since the Let's Effing or no. Well, I like him right now because
he's balling.
Well, because he's balling, number one, but I like him right now because I'm so disgusted and turned off by Tatis that Machado getting into his ass last year now makes me like him today more than I did yesterday. You feel me?
You know, I think I would like to just continue to push Manny Machado on this show so you don't have an up-down scale with him where you just are a fan of him. And I think if he continues to do what he's doing, then I think you're kind of going to get stuck in that. But, I mean, he's on a tear right now, dude. I mean, 8 games in a row with multiple hits each game. You know, that's really solid. You can't really
put those numbers back up on the screen if you don't mind. Let's take a look at them one more time. We were yapping and we were kind of reading this at the same time. Last 8 games, 462 batting average, 13 runs batted in, 8 runs scored, 2 home runs, and at least 2 hits in the last 8 games because he's Manny effing Machado.
That's
That's
right.
why.
Don't you forget it.
Yeah.
Don't you forget
Well,
it.
while Manny's been hot, I think everybody's starting to realize now that Hassan Kim not only is probably a statistically better defensive shortstop
Not
than
probably.
Tatis.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Here we go with this again.
Mm-hmm. But his batting average since July 1st, Kim's been hitting 313 batting average. So this is again the last 6 weeks and change. 19 RBIs, 15 runs scored, an on-base percentage of 371. I'm getting awfully nerdy right here.
You are. Put your glasses on. Exit velocity.
On base percentage is nerdy.
Come on, nerd.
Jeez, you guys are the worst.
Well,
Come
no,
on,
it's just me
nerd.
getting all numbery is really what it is.
Mhm.
It just shows what he's doing since you can't trust that other guy that you paid $340 million. It's nice to see
Wow, here we
someone
go.
step up.
Look, man.
What you can trust him?
You cannot trust him.
This lineup is now in a position where guys like Kim will get really good pitches to hit. And it is awesome to see him cash those opportunities in. Same thing is going to happen for Will Myers. The same thing is probably going to happen for guys, Austin Nola, guys more down at the bottom of this lineup. Because, like you said, and we've all witnessed now, Soto is a very difficult out. And if Manny can just kind of, be himself, Josh Bell has been great. Drury's been great. So those 4 guys will, if not always, more than likely be on the base pass, if not at the same time, individually. And this gives the lower part of this lineup a lot of pitches to hit, and it makes this team more competitive up and down. So I like
I
it.
agree with that.
I like it.
Browner,
I need to see more of it.
that's some solid baseball analysis.
That's more nerdy than saying what his on base percentage is.
right,
by the way.
right.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's way deep in baseball.
Way deeper. That's very baseball-y. Very
the
baseball-y.
Bottom part of the lineup is going to get more pitches to hit as a result of
Yeah,
that.
because Soto's always on base and Machado's always on base.
On, and I'm going to be a baseball nerd right now because
let me get my pocket protector out and talk about the lineup.
Exit velocity.
Yeah.
How is it? Wait a minute. How is it nerdy to say because they have more guys on base, guys at the bottom of the lineup will get better pitches to hit? That's nerdy?
Yes. It's as nerdy as saying on base percentage is nerdy.
Very, very nerdy.
It's like, what's your field goal percentage? It's just a basic stat.
That's a stretch, guys.
Like
That's a
pulling
stretch.
some Urkel all up in this.
I saw Kim, though, back in Korea. He was a stud, dude. This guy would hit over 20 home runs, and he hit like 300 every year. So I think it took him some adjusting to get used to the faster throwing fastball. Here's some nerd stuff for you. I was going to say,
Here we go.
It took him some time
calculator
to get adjusted to the Major League Baseball speed, and now he's getting adjusted to it. It looks like, which is good because you don't have a star shortstop for 80 games. So
what if Tatis being out has literally put him at calm? He knows where he's going to be for the rest of the year. He's not worried about.
But he's been doing it for over like 2 months.
July 1st. Yeah.
But again. The calm of knowing this is where I'm going to be.
How are we always fighting about something when we all like what we're seeing? Like we all like Hassan Kim, and we all love the fact that he's stepping the F up for Tatis. He's playing amazing defense. He's finally hitting where it's not a liability. This is all a great thing. There's nothing to argue about here. This is just a really good thing for the Padres, especially like going forward without Tatis.
Who's arguing? I didn't argue with anybody.
We always argue. That's what we do.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I'll tell you this right now. If you are a Padre fan, and I know there's a lot of people who are listening right now, and that's why you tune in, because I can tell you guys that in the last 3 days since this whole Tatis thing has come about, the catastrophe, as his father calls it, our YouTube numbers have been higher in the last 3 days than they would normally be, just for, some random Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I bring all of that up because I know we got a lot of Padre fans that are listening. I want to invite everybody to a Kaplan and Crew hang sesh. Okay. It's me, Browner, the Padres faithful Friar, the Padres Palm Squad, and the Padres. Palm is what they actually wrote for me, Palm. And I was like, do you guys mean the Pod Squad? And then I heard the recorded spot on 1090 and they said the Palm Squad. So unless they've changed the name from Pod Squad to Palm Squad.
No.
Or perhaps there's a differentiation between what the Pod Squad is and the Palm Squad is as well. Maybe there's two different squads.
Can I offer you another explanation?
Yeah, or somebody just screwed up and put Palm instead of Pod. But I was going to go with Palm today.
Sounds like a Padilla mistake.
Really?
We're a small company,
Mm-hmm.
and proofreading at multiple levels doesn't exist here.
Proofreading is the last thing on my checklist every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm not talking about a palm like the palm of your hand.
POM.
I'm talking like
POM, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Palm
pod
Squad.
and palm very easily could be mixed up.
I think, back in the day, we used to have the Padres send to the radio studio all the time the girls from the Pod Squad. And they were, cute young girls wearing Padre gear and throwing baseball, like the little rubber ones, into the stands and firing
To the
t-shirts off
stands,
into the
not
stands.
onto the field.
Right. Out. We throw them from the field to the stands.
Correct.
We'd prefer you not to throw them from the stands to the field.
Correct.
Right. So anyway, it's me, Browner, it's the Friar, it's the squad, whoever they are. It's the Padres Museum, the Traveling Museum. It's all happening on Saturday, August 27th. It's next Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at Lexus San Diego off the 163 and Kearny Mesa Road. So here's the thing. If your children are Padre fans, this is a fan and family-friendly event, and this is the way you can come out and kind of get into the latter part of the summer in Padres baseball and the heating up of the playoffs and everything else that, still technically these are obviously very meaningful games. That day, Saturday, August 27th from 11 to 2, we're going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to see the Padres host the Dodgers on September 27th. You have to be present to win, and it also comes with a parking pass. So 4 tickets to one of the biggest games of the year and a parking pass. Everybody who comes gets a free Padres hat. You get a special gift from Lexus San Diego. I can't tell you what that is because I don't know what it is. That's the truth. Straight up for real. It's 3 hours. You come grab some food, free food, Padres swag, hang out with me and Browner, and it's one day only. It's Saturday, August 27th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Join us at Lexus San Diego off the 163 and Kearny Mesa Road. Browner, are you excited for this next weekend?
This is going to be bomb, man. This is a good opportunity for us to get out there and just kind of chat with people. Hopefully we see some new people and some old people, you know what I'm saying? So shout out, man. Come on down to that junk.
Did they remove?
Come on down to that jaunt. Yeah.
Did they remove the Tatis jersey giveaway?
I didn't mention it because I figure if the Padres are no longer going to do the Tatis bobblehead night, then perhaps, I'm just saying perhaps,
they'll switch to a Soto game-worn jersey.
Right. Rather than the Tatis
Manny,
official
maybe?
jersey,
Manny?
Manny or Soto. Or
So
Kim's the replacement.
Give away a
Bring both.
Soto. They're replacing him with a Soto City Connect shirt. Just replace it with a Soto City Connect jersey.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Sign that junk.
Really good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
I'd still
So-
take the Tatis jersey though.
You would.
Could be a collector's item soon.
I talked to my man Fat Tony last night. Listen to this. Fat Tony calls me,
He's on.
and
the
we're
juice.
we're just
Definitely on
Fat Tony's on the juice.
Yeah, I just caught up with text messages from Tuesday of all the illegal Mexican creams he's rubbing on his body.
Well, he was explaining that his son was a high school wrestler, and ringworm was a very common occurrence.
Yeah, it is.
And they would go to Mexico and they'd get like some kind of topical cream and they'd rub it on these dudes, and
Contains
that would
steroids.
cure the ringworm. So yeah, essentially.
Mhm.
But what he was saying was, you have any idea how much of this you'd have to use to actually show up in a urine sample?
That's like,
I mean,
that
come
was
on.
the first thing I said. Like, you would
Right.
literally have to use multiple sticks.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
I would think so. Just a
Okay,
guess.
but is it true?
Don't know.
Or is it
I'm
an
not a doctor.
assumption?
Assumption.
Right.
Because how much? Because they won't tell you how much of it, what the amount, the tracer amount was in his system. So they're not going to tell us that. So I mean, ideally, you need to look at how much of it is illegal per
Mhm.
Major League Baseball, and then look how much of it is in the actual cream.
And the only reason I ask and kind of push back on that is because if that's true, that you need to use a giant tub of it before it even remotely pops up on a urine test, then I think that points to the direction that he's a cheater. Whereas and the
Yes.
ringworm idea goes away. Whereas as opposed to if I use it a couple times to get rid of ringworm for 7 days, it'll pop up on a test. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I ask.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big assumption, and I think it's an important assumption just to figure out the damn truth.
Well, Fat Tony was selling me on this theory he had last night. He goes, "You know who Tatis is turning into?" I said, "No, tell me." He said, he's turning into the new generation of Sean Merriman. I said, explain. He said, well, think about it. When Merriman got to the Chargers, he was like the hottest thing going in town. Merriman was more popular at one point than LaDainian Tomlinson, certainly than more popular than,
Nationally.
the quarterback, and nationally, right. And he had all these TV commercials and the whole world was doing the lights out dance, and Merriman was a star. But he started to become a pain in the ass. First it was the MTV girl,
Tila
and then it
Tequila.
was Tila Tequila. Then
I
it
met her
was
a
he
couple
got
times.
busted for steroids,
Mhm.
And so once Merriman got busted for steroids, his career went way downhill thereafter. So for a guy who kind of hit the scene and in his first 3 years was the biggest thing going in San Diego and was the biggest, one of the bigger stars in the NFL as a young player, once he got popped for steroids, his career went straight downhill thereafter.
Mhm.
And what Fat Tony was saying to me is think about the comp. Tatis hits the ground running. He's the biggest thing to hit San Diego in, the last 15 years. And he's become a pain in the ass. He's become a selfish guy who's more about himself than he is about the team and winning, or so that's what his behavior should tell us. And now he gets popped for steroids. And if his career spirals down from here, well, maybe Fat Tony's got a pretty decent comp.
Maybe.
I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't agree with that.
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you
Because
wouldn't.
Fat Tony said it.
Right. And because you didn't really live the Merriman era. Did you?
Yeah, dude, I was here. Where do you think where do you think I was?
Kansas, Chicago,
Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of places where Skinny could have been.
Dr. Seuss's house.
All these, with the exception of Dr. Seuss, are true. I was a lot of places, but I kept returning to here. So I didn't follow the Chargers per se. I followed the Bears. I still follow the Bears. So, but I'm not
right.
I'm
that's what I'm saying.
in.
I mean, that's why you would disagree with that, because the historical sort of like I lived through that and I kind of understand the comparison. Yeah, I would understand
why
you
I
would
don't
say
watch
no.
The Wire. I understand what you're saying. Yes,
I don't watch The Wire either, and everybody says it's a great show.
it could be. I don't know. I lived it. I don't need
Alex,
to.
have you seen The Wire?
That is next on my. Actually, believe it or not, that is next on my binge list.
Really? How many episodes are there? Do you have any idea?
Nope, don't want to know. Every time I'm about to watch a new show, I don't want to know because I feel like that gives stuff away if you know when it ends.
No, I just want to know like what I'm in for. Like for example, if this Laker documentary right now, I think there's like, I don't know, 8 to 10 episodes. So I know I can take this thing down. But like if you told me that The Wire has 6 seasons and there are 12 shows per season, and I got to start doing, I got to start thinking to myself, that's a lot of time. That's 72 hours of TV time.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
God.
I know when you
That's
think
a
about
lot
it
of
like that,
time.
that's a lot of time, right?
Yeah,
Listen.
Sopranos was a long time. That took me a long time.
Just
I'll
watch
bet you, I'll
She-Hulk.
bet
Just watch She-Hulk, man. Short 37-minute episode.
And you say that you don't want to watch The Wire because you lived The Wire?
Lived it, bro. I would rather
Really?
watch She-Hulk.
Is it a show about like the mean streets of Chicago?
She-Hulk?
No. Wire.
The Wire. The Wire is about the drug gangs and drugs in Baltimore.
Oh, you lived that too?
No, Chicago. I was
Oh.
never in Baltimore. It's the same thing. It's the same
Oh.
violence, drug dealing, dope heads, crooked police, crooked congressmen. I lived that, man.
Did you
Shout
guys see
out.
the video that came out today? I didn't put it in the content because I forgot. But did you guys see the video? And I don't know how recent it is. And I'm not making fun of Tatis's religion, but did you see Tatis go to church and like this Christian pastor give him like a loud blessing in front of the church?
Cream?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Can you show it
It's
to
in
us?
Spanish, so
Yeah, but where's it at and
God's
when's it?
translating it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been translating a lot of stuff recently.
yeah. But
Is this recent? Is this now like
Hector Gomez tweeted it. He's a verified reporter. He reports in Spanish, and he didn't really mention when it was.
But here's
They're all wearing
Tatis.
masks, so it couldn't have been recently.
Maybe
Probably
in the
right.
Dominican, maybe they're still wearing masks in the Dominican Republic.
Man,
I
they
don't
don't
know,
even
are
wear
they?
bike helmets. They're not wearing no mask in the Dominican.
They don't wear bike helmets in the Dominican?
Okay, never mind. So this is at the end of 2021, so this blessing did not work.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
I mean, maybe it did work. Maybe it was, hey, I really hope you have another. The blessing is you're going to get a big contract. Maybe it did work.
Yeah.
You're gonna give money to my congregation. So let me bless you. So when you get that $300 million, I get at least 800,000 at you. Praise the
Right.
Lord.
So when you pay off the loans that you and your parents took because
Yeah.
everybody knew you were going to be a big money superstar,
Mhm.
pay them back, and then bring a whole bunch of that cash right here to the church.
You know,
Tied
if
with
it
the
did
Lord.
happen at the end of 2021, he got in motorcycle accidents in December of 2021. So
Oh my.
Maybe he was hurting that
my.
video.
maybe.
Mm-mm-mm.
Not making fun of the
Maybe.
religion whatsoever. I get it, but it's
His
just
arms were crossed.
all the things that are going to come out now. You know, that's the thing. Everything is going to be highlighted now. And that's kind of why I brought up the video. Everything that Tatis has done in the past, everything that he does in the future, everything will now be discussed. Everything will be dissected by us, by other shows, by people, by fans into what is really happening with the kid.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of videos, did you guys see the video of the Dodger sideline reporter dude
Yes, I did.
going down going down the slide in Milwaukee? I've never seen anybody ever I there must be, but I have never seen it. I've never read reports about it. This guy breaks his arm and breaks his ribs sliding down the Milwaukee slide. We have to watch this video together. Dude, we have to watch this together. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. That's the place to go if you're playing blackjack or poker, man. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. We're back in a flash on Kaplan.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Let's welcome back to Main Street Living tax attorney Adam Brewer. Adam, thanks so much for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Now, it might seem weird that we're having you on because it's not necessarily tax season right now, but what are some things that viewers can do to get ahead of next tax season?
Yeah, you're right. I apologize. I think most people would prefer to just forget about taxes for the summer, but yeah, if you have some downtime, always a good opportunity to kind of get ahead for next season. So really what I'm preaching is, just become more knowledgeable about your taxes. Everyone come tax season can benefit from having a little more knowledge and just being a little bit less stressed about the whole process of getting their taxes filed and getting them paid. All this information is available online, but it's really a mess. So it just gets back to my first point, just start with your own taxes. And then if you need to dig in on one or two issues, it's just a Google search away.
Gotcha. Google search away now, let's just say someone is interested, like Danielle is interested in becoming more knowledgeable about her taxes. Like, how should someone like her get started?
Yeah. So Danielle, you're interested. You should start with, your last year's tax return. So I'd say get out your last year's return. Form 1040s, going to be the first page there. And really look and see what lines are populated. And then, make sure you understand those roles. So if you have dividend income and you see, what's a qualified dividend, go in and figure it out. Likewise, if you see anything that's missing. So, a lot of taxpayers now are paying a ton in student loan interest. And then they look at their tax return and they go like, whoa, that's limited to $2,500. That would be a role that you'd want to dig in and really figure out how it impacts your actual tax return. Yeah, when in doubt, save for retirement. It's either, for most taxpayers, it's either going to save you money today, tax-wise, or it's going to help you reduce your tax burden in the future.
Awesome.
So important. Thank you. Thank you so much, Adam. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ignition sequence starts. T-minus 10. We have a liftoff.
Welcome back This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. All right. It is Thursday afternoon. It is August 18th. It's Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. And if you're with us on radio, happy to have you guys here who are listening on 1090. We're so glad to be back on the radio. And it's 2 years now. 2 years that we are back on the airwaves of 1090 after that year and a half absence. Everybody who watches on YouTube, the Chatlins, man, we love you guys. We're so glad to spend every afternoon with you guys. And shout out to our man, Christian Hogan, who I know was getting a lot of play yesterday in our YouTube chat. He's got this big reggae festival to raise money for muscular dystrophy, which is happening on August 27th. So I know we've got that appearance, and we're all going to hang out together down at Lexus San Diego on August 27th. That's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Christian's event is later in the day. And I told the story yesterday. I'm literally not going to Tampa, Florida to visit with my sister for her 50th birthday so that I can be at Lexus to hang out with everybody. And then we could be at Christian's event because I really want to support him and his family and his son and everybody else. Because I'll tell you guys right now, family, like I can't even believe that my kids have all left for college and I'm down to just one kid. And I don't know if everybody can see who's watching, everybody on YouTube. Look here. Look over my shoulder. My dog, okay? I'm going to try and move the camera a little bit. My dog, I'm going to actually try and pick the camera up and move this. I've never done this. Look at this dog. This dog now lays with me in the studio all day.
Did he never do that before?
When the kids were here, there might be somebody in the house that he might want to hang out with, or he just was getting so much love and attention from everybody that I think he was fine just kind of chilling during the day. Now, this dog is like by my side. I take the dog in the morning to go drop off Julie at school. I take the dog in the afternoon to go pick her up. The dog is like by my side. I was working out yesterday in my garage. Dude, I was on my Peloton. Dog was sitting next to me the entire 45-minute Alex Toussaint Club Banger ride.
Nice.
Yeah. Look at this dog.
Looks comfy.
I'm telling you. I know. All right. Hi, I'm back. I'm back to being me right here. Wow. It is like a Friday. We're just doing this stuff live on the air, huh? Okay. So we were talking before the break.
Reporter sliding down slide.
Yeah. Reporter sliding down slide. We also didn't get to the Padres and the Panther in the dugout. We'll get to both of those things coming up. So here goes. Start us off with this. This Dodger reporter goes sliding down the Milwaukee outfield slide thing. And I've never heard of anybody getting hurt there before. This guy got really badly
allowed to go down that slide. I thought it was just the brewer himself. Is it for fans? Because that looked dangerous.
That's what I thought it was for. I mean, why the hell would they have it? Just for so that their mascot can go down it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't somebody get their arm amputated in San Francisco on their slide?
Whenever they hit a home run, the brewer slides down the slide and he gets to the bottom and he cheers because they hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the thing.
Okay.
This is not for dudes in ties. This is for somebody in a 40-pound mascot suit.
Okay. All right. Who is this gentleman? I don't know who this guy is.
Dave Vassay.
Now, this is the broadcast on, it's a Spectrum Sportsnet broadcast in LA. This is who does the Dodger games. And the guy who's the play-by-play guy, check me on this, his name is Joe Davis, right?
Yes.
Okay, and he's the guy that now is like the guy at Fox who's replacing Joe Buck as Joe Buck left and went to ESPN, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Davis is like a young guy. I mean, he's not like some, 50-year-old guy who's been at this thing for 25 years. He's a pretty young guy, like in his mid-30s, I think. So good for him. Congratulations. And then sitting next to him is Nomar Garcia-Paul, right. So you got Nomar and you got Joe, and then you got this sideline reporter dude. And again, I don't know his name. Vassay?
Yes.
What's his first name?
Dave
Vassay.
Works for Browner's favorite Brick on that same station.
Oh, he's on 570?
Yeah.
Is he a talk show host? Or is he
I think he does post game. I know he used to. I don't know if he just does TV now.
Okay. So Dave Vassay is a guy who I don't know the guy, but he doesn't look like the greatest of athletes. He doesn't look nimble per se. And as Browner says, he's guy's wearing a shirt and tie. He's not wearing a big
Probably
mascot
some
outfit.
what are them wing tips? Probably some wing tips.
So he's going to do a goofy bit, right? It's going to be cute. We're going to take Dave and send him out to the outfield in Milwaukee. We're going to roll him down the slide. It's going to be a cute bit. It's going to make for good TV.
It's gonna be great.
And it did. It worked. It actually worked very well. It was a great bit. Here's what happened. Go ahead, Alex. Let's take a look. Analyst.
David Vassay's been talking for 3 days about going down the slide here in Milwaukee. I've never heard somebody so excited about doing anything, and David did do it today. Watch.
All right, here we go. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
Strike on Muncy.
Strike on Muncy.
Okay. First, I want to report that he's okay. Dave.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. He lifts up his arm,
man.
and he's got a big old cast on his arm. Dude rolls. First of all, the yelling of "Holy crap! Holy crap!" Like, bro,
Holy crap.
it's a slide.
Yeah.
But,
Relax.
It couldn't have been that scary or that fast. That's first of all. Secondly, when this guy slides through and hits the wall, not only does he crack his arm, but the reports were that he cracked 6 ribs in his rib cage, because that's where
Probably because
the
the way he
ribs are.
folded his arm underneath. Yeah. Idiot.
Dude, if you watch it one more time, I don't know if we just have it separated, just the video of him crashing into the wall. Like when he rolls over, you can see, ain't no joke, man. He's in pain for real, like right away.
You didn't know what to grab.
Right.
Seriously, like his fingers
Everything
is on the
hurts.
ground and he's kind of like feeling his ribs, dude. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, great bit, way funnier because he broke his arm and broke his ribs. I mean, I hope he's okay. I don't mean to sound like a jerk like that. What I'm saying is that otherwise it's just like I don't know, it's like just watching some dude go down a slide. Not
Man.
really that entertaining.
Look at that elbow. Look at that
Elbow straight in the ribs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why? Oh, we got the front on shot right here, and boom. Oh, dude! Right away, he's grabbing the ribs.
There's no landing space there. That cannot be regulated by any health.
I guarantee you they told him slide feet first. Your feet will hit the pad, and then you will pop up.
Dude,
because that's the way the mascot does it.
He'd break his 2 legs, that guy.
You see what Justin Turner tweeted this
That's
morning?
how the mascot does it, because on MLB The Show, I play for the Brewers.
They outlined his body.
Yikes.
Oh my! This guy. But here's what I'm saying. No joke. This guy will become kind of like folky legendy around the Dodger fan base, because when he got done with the game last night, when the game was over, he actually conducted an interview. I don't remember who it was with.
Austin Barnes.
Oh, yeah. So he's doing an interview with Austin Barnes, and Austin Barnes says to him, "Hey, bro, we know what you did for the team tonight. We know you got hurt, working for our team tonight. You're our guy, So if he just goes down the slide and shows up healthy, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Some dumb bit during the game.
But because he broke his arm and his ribs and he worked through it, he didn't go running to the hospital. Because he worked through it, now the players love that, And for Justin Turner to post that picture where they went up and they used tape to make fun of the guy. Holy crap. Now he's part of them. So breaking your arm and your ribs I'm telling you right now, it's the best thing that ever happened to this guy.
So the Dodgers played this morning as well, and he was at the stadium. And he says that he will need surgery once he gets back home. What a that's grit right there, man.
That's grit, huh?
Stupidity is more like it. I love how we reward stupidity. You're a man now. You're one of us. You broke bones and arms going down a slide. Yeah, man. Go blue.
Hey, the only thing is that because it's his arm and his ribs and he was able to work through it and tough it out, it's funny. If the guy got like seriously really hurt badly, they wouldn't have shown it on TV.
I would say a broken wrist and 6 broken ribs.
That's pretty bad.
No, dude,
pretty
he's fine.
bad.
Hey, guys.
If
guys,
he would,
I'm fine.
If he would have had like a compound fracture in his leg or something, they wouldn't have shown that. It's funny because he had like some non-visible painful injury. But if he would have like twisted his hand in like in some gross way, Nah, bro, they wouldn't have played that.
Dude,
I hope he has a bidet.
Yeah,
because
and you also got to
broken
hope that he's
wrist
left-handed.
and broken ribs on the same right side, you're not
all right
properly cleaning for a while there.
Yeah, right.
All right.
And if you're right-handed, now you're really gonna have to train your brain and your hand to go
You
do your
imagine?
thing. Yeah.
Like remember my wrist thing? Like I had a bidet. I was lucky.
You know what's funny about this part of the conversation today is thinking about is everybody here right-handed?
Nope.
You're left-handed, Browner?
Yes, sir.
So you know how like when you're
I
left-handed,
kick with my left.
you kick
I don't even
footballs with your left foot?
Football, soccer, whatever. People.
All right.
When else have you kicked a person? You have never kicked a person. Get out of here, people. You ain't kicking nobody.
Oh, it's when I was training Muay Thai.
Oh, Muay Thai. Muay Thai.
Tommy Sam.
Yeah, Muay Thai. Hey, so
kicking people.
Here's a weird thing. So you know when you're left-handed and you're eating like at a table with somebody, you should be like on the outside to the left so you can use your left hand. You know what I mean? So if you're sitting on the right side and somebody's next to you, you're using your left hand, you're kind of bumping into that person. I can't believe how often I use my left hand with a spoon or a fork, even though I write right-handed. And then I'm sitting on the wrong side and I'm hitting the person next to me. And they're like, "You're not left-handed." I know, I'm not, am I? But I'm using my left.
I never let a person sit next to me when I'm eating. Like not on
in general, probably.
Like as a date, like if a woman on
No,
a
no,
date
no, no.
tried to
No,
sit
but
next to
there's
me,
there's
it's over.
No, but there's 4 people at the table, hypothetically.
Space
2 and
out.
2. All right. Doesn't
Space
matter.
out.
This is a non-issue. Non-issue. Bottom line is this. The guy breaks his arm, breaks his ribs, and the players all love the guy for it.
Or made
pretty
fun of the
impressive.
guy for him and then just said something nice in a post-game interview.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
I don't
All
think
right,
they rallied against the Brewers because the
You don't
reporter
think
broke his
that's
wrist.
why?
No, I don't think
that was
so.
it?
They're not doing
I
it
don't
for
think
him,
so.
huh? I'm gonna win
Hey,
this one
look,
for you, bro.
let's win for Dave.
Yeah. Hey, he's one of us now.
Yeah.
He's one of us.
He's gonna get a championship ring.
Yeah. Hey, I do want to just make a quick mention to everybody about our friends at West Coast BBQ Shop. Now, Browner, I've arranged a Browner broadcast Thursday next week from West Coast BBQ Shop. West Coast BBQ
Next week's
Shop.
gonna be busy, man.
Oh, dude, you don't even understand what next week is. Next week, if the week
Browner
goes,
does, and he's the one that has to deal with it.
no, dude, if the week goes the way it's supposed to go next week, Monday we'll be at the Ernie Hahn Golf Tournament.
Right.
Tuesday we would all be back in our normal studios. Wednesday, same deal, but then I got to go to LA for a broadcast up in LA on Wednesday evening. Then Thursday, Browner would be down at West Coast BBQ Shop. And then Friday, we would all be back in our home studios. But then Friday evening, I got to go to Hollywood Park Casino to do a broadcast with ESPN. So, and then by the way, Saturday is the whole thing at Lexus San Diego. So trust me when I tell you guys, next week's going to be busy.
So I'm basically doing all the same stuff as you, except for driving to Los Angeles because I ain't Eastside Brown.
That's right.
Got it.
Yeah. We got a lot going on next week. A lot going on. Damn. All right. So I want to get done with this Dodger reporter guy. And I actually want to go back to the Padres and the dugout and the Panther in the dugout. I want to get back to that here in 1 second. I guess what I really want to just do though is this. Did I satisfy that? Like West Coast BBQ Shop is where you'll be next Thursday, but I want everybody to know that's the place to go for all your outdoor cooking needs. It could be Big Green Eggs, it could be Napoleon grills, it could be Italian pizza ovens, it could be building an entire kitchen in your backyard. It could be small stuff, thermometers, gloves, spatulas, tongs, spices, sauces, anything for grilling. That's West Coast BBQ Shop, westcoastbbqshop.com. Shout out is right. And we'll see you down there next Thursday. And next week's going to be it's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of moving parts Monday through Saturday with multiple trips to LA and broadcasts on 1090 and broadcasts on 710 and live broadcasts. I don't know, Brown. What do you think? You think we're going to be able to pull off this Ernie Hahn Caddy Hack Monday golf tournament broadcast?
Light work. All I got to do is remember this chord.
Oh, really? It's all about the chord.
That's simple.
Never is.
Anything else? I'll build Chump.
You're going to bill me?
Yeah, I'll bill Chump.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
show
I
up
don't know
with
why we're.
I'll show up with a receipt.
Yeah, I'm just listen. I'm only willing to go do this because it's a friend. Seriously,
And
it's the
Wonder
only
front passes.
And Alex wants Wonder front passes.
No. We don't.
Yeah.
No, we. And
Everybody
if he
wants
could,
Wonder
and
front
if,
passes.
if he could squeeze some Dave Matthews tickets for September in there too.
Where's
Not
Dave
gonna be
Matthews
mad
playing?
at it. The amphitheater.
No, that ain't his domain.
Oh, all right. Out of his jurisdiction.
Yeah, that ain't his domain.
All right. Respect.
All right, let me do this. We didn't pay this off, and I want to get to it. So I need to know a little more about the Panther in the Padres dugout because we all ridiculed the Padres last year when they had the swag chain and they were hitting home
When
runs.
we did all did. I love the swag chain.
No, the swag chain was fun when the Padres were good. It was stupid when they were bad.
Facts.
Straight facts.
False.
All right, so
The league followed suit. When they whipped out that chain, all of a sudden, everybody got something in the dugout now. All right? Because often imitated, never duplicated. Come on, man. Y'all should have brought back the chain. I don't even know what this little tiger thing is.
Well, it's a Panther thing.
Shout out to Black Panthers.
So what is the deal? What's going on with the Panther in the Padres dugout? I like having a little mascot and a rallying cry. What are we looking at here? This is a Bob Scanlon tweet?
Yes.
Okay, what does he say?
Details of Panther likely better for players to tell, but I can safely share that it's been in the clubhouse for a little while. Another player was in charge at first, but Robert Suarez, now in charge of caring for it, he takes it back to the hotel each night, carries on plane, etc. This was the first time that it's left the clubhouse to the dugout.
Oh. Okay, way to go, Scan. Thanks for that update, Scan. Okay. Any other information, or is the Panther?
I'm sure that today, when they get pregame questions, it'll be asked.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if it's like a homage to Anchorman and the Sex Panther cologne.
Ooh.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That would be cool.
I don't know if that's accurate, but maybe.
That's pretty good, though. I like that. Otherwise, I have no clue as to what the Black Panther means to the Padres.
What if the Padres are big Carolina Panther fans? Big Baker Mayfield guys.
Oh, Baker Mayfield.
Or big Marvel fans.
Or, yeah, maybe Black Panther.
Yeah. Hey, since you mentioned it really quickly, the Deshaun Watson news came down earlier today. And isn't this interesting? The NFL is going to suspend Deshaun Watson now for 11 games, and they're going to fine him $5 million, and he has to commit to mandatory evaluations and treatments. Okay. So
that's what got him in trouble in the first place. Treatments.
Different kind of treatment, I think, this time.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sure?
But I'm not. So 11 games, $5 million. And when Deshaun Watson returns, you know who he'll be playing first and where he'll be playing?
Who?
Yep.
He'll be playing at Houston.
So gross.
What are they doing?
The NFL's so gross.
Who's
the
like?
NFL is so gross.
Really? Who do they play before that or after that? That's
11 is such a weird number.
Well, right. They didn't suspend him. They didn't
Why
do
not
what they
10?
wanted twice
Why not
as
12?
much. Right.
10, 12.
Well,
who do they play during the 10th game?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't have their schedule in front of me.
But
Why
they're
don't you look it up?
playing Houston when he comes back.
Right.
And the
At
NFL,
Houston. At Houston.
the story just gets grosser and grosser because now
It
the
is.
NFL is going to capitalize on the suspension because that's what they do.
Right.
And then Deshaun Watson sending out this weak-ass apology written and then does a press conference where he's like, I ain't apologizing. Just taking my suspension.
Yeah, here's the statement. I'm grateful that the disciplinary process has ended and extremely appreciative of the tremendous support I've received throughout my short time with the Browns organization. I apologize once again for any pain the situation has caused. I take accountability for the decisions I made. My focus going forward is working to become the best version of myself on and off the field, blah, 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 blah. And it's so written by a PR person and put out on his behalf. And then he gets to the press conference like, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
So
and he said, he had a line, at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
Always great to go third person. Always great.
They would have played Tom Brady, the week before and Joe Burrow the week after. So, I mean, when you think about it.
Oh, they got to give him a warm-up game.
Yeah.
And not only that, but as Alex points out, this is what the NFL does. This is why you have the Denver Broncos hosting the Seattle Seahawks the first weekend, because that's a great storyline.
Mhm.
So is this. So when Deshaun Watson, isn't this juicy and salacious? The Cleveland Browns are going to Houston, and Deshaun Watson, this is his first game of the year at his old team where all this stuff went down.
Who may also be winless at that point.
They know what they're doing. Hey, by the way, and Baker Mayfield, who left the Browns and went to the Panthers, now has been named the starting quarterback of the Panthers.
Congratulations, Baker Mayfield.
Not that it's like a monster shock. I mean, he was competing for the job with Sam Darnold, but I mean, at least he goes and he finds himself a starting job. I didn't think he was a starting quarterback anymore.
I mean, when he beat out Sam Darnold, who doesn't appear to be good. So this will probably prove he's not a starting quarterback, because the Carolina Panthers offensive line is probably one of the worst in the league.
Yeah, it's probably like right there with Chicago's, I would think. I mean, kind of like right there.
Well, our offensive line, we're going to surprise some people this year.
All right. Stick around, everybody. Lots more still to get to, including Jim Rome stopping by. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westville High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jordan. And from St. Joe Southwest Middle School, Todd Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
The 2022 San Diego Loyal season continues. Live on Your View and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal take on the El Paso Locomotive FC Saturday, August 20th at 6:30 p.m. Support the San Diego Loyal as they continue their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. El Paso Locomotive FC versus the San Diego Loyal, Saturday at 6:30 on Your View.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your San Diego Padres baseball updates. The Padres bounced back in a big way right out of the gate on Wednesday night. San Diego tallied 5 runs in the first inning thanks to a grand slam from Jake Cronenworth. Ha-Seong Kim then doubled on a sharp line drive for an RBI to give the Friars the early lead. Mike Clevenger went 4 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits. The bullpen then came in and took over, allowing the Marlins 1 hit over the next 4 2/3 innings. Adrian Morejon got the win for the Padres in the 10-3 victory. Yu Darvish is scheduled to pitch in the opener against the Nationals tonight.
That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View. You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
What's going on to all the great friends that watch the show on television here on Cox Your View? What you're about to see will never be heard on radio, won't be seen on YouTube, no audio podcast. This is just for you here on Cox Your View. Hey to all the great friends out there that watch on Cox Your View. You might be in San Diego, Orange County, LA, Santa Barbara. We're happy to have everybody here. What we love to do in this time is it's a Cox exclusive. This is stuff you're only going to see here on Cox. Not going to hear this on radio on 1090. Not going to see it on our YouTube channel. Not going to hear it on any of the audio podcast platforms. This is just for you guys that watch on Cox Your View. A really big show coming to the Scottish Rites Event Center in Mission Valley in San Diego. If you love trading sports memorabilia or buying or selling, this is going to be the place for you. It's coming up on August 6th and 7th. And here's the guy running the entire operation. Here's Joe Oliveri, known to his friends as Joe O from SD Collectibles, who's running this show. Hey, Joe, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Scott. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. Let's talk about this. Tell us about why people need to know about your show, SD Collectibles, on August 6th and 7th.
Well, we have a great show coming up August 6th and 7th at the Scottish Rite Event Center, like you had mentioned, right there in Mission Valley. We have over 130 tables that'll be at this show. We also have Paul Lowe signing autographs on Saturday. We have Steve Garvey and Raleigh Fingers, which will be there on Sunday doing in-person autographs. We just have a really great collection of some of the biggest and best of the community, the card collecting community, coming out there August 6th and 7th, showing their cards, showing their collectibles. There'll be a lot of memorabilia out there. And really what we look at it as is something for every collector.
Yeah, when you say every collector, is it, from what I understand and looking at the website, sdcollectibles.com, it's not just purely sports cards. Is that right?
That's correct, Scott. We have sports cards, memorabilia, autographed items, quite a few unique autographed items and memorabilia. But we also have Pokemon, a large selection of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering. There'll be vendors there that have comic books. As I mentioned, there's several autograph signers that will be there. We also have JSA, which will be on site for both Saturday and Sunday, doing in-person authentication, same-day services.
Well, that's awesome, because for me, the one thing I know I'm most interested in, and I know a lot of people who are watching right now have the same thing. If you've got a piece of sports memorabilia that you are willing to part with, but you don't have authentication, like I have this Marshall Faulk football, the year that he broke the record where he was over 1,000 yards rushing and receiving for the Rams in 2000. I've also got this basketball sitting right here that is signed by every Los Angeles Laker of the 2002 World Championship team. So Shaq, Kobe, Phil Jackson. I don't really honestly know if they're authentic. I think they are. It's just I don't have the paperwork. So I can bring this stuff to your show and get it authenticated on site. Is that right?
That's correct. You can bring your autographed items, whether it's memorabilia such as those basketballs, footballs, baseballs, bats, cards, photos. You can bring them right to the show Saturday or Sunday. Stop by the JSA booth. Chris would be happy to help you there. He'll be on site with his team, and they can authenticate different items that you have that have autographs so that you can find out, one, if it's real, and two, it just gives it that much more value when it is authenticated.
What if I get it authenticated and I want to sell it? Is there a way for a private person like myself? I say private, I mean, like, I'm not in the business. Can I sell this stuff?
Yeah, you sure can. There's a couple different ways to do that. I mean, obviously, there's some online ways to do that that take a lot of time and a whole different set of really procedures. But one of the great things that you can do, we have tables available and we have options for everyone. We do have some vendor tables available, 6, 8, and 12-foot tables. You can bring your items down there to sell. You can bring your cards, your memorabilia, and so on. If you have some memorabilia items like you're showing there, Scott, you can get them authenticated right at JSA, bring them over to your table, and you can put them out there for all of the attendees to see and see if you can make a deal on selling it or possibly trading it for something that you have a little more interest in.
All right. Well, while you're talking, I know Alex is putting up on the screen for everybody the website. It's sdcollectibles.com, sdcollectibles.com. Information about where, when, who's going to be there signing autographs, how you can get authenticated, how you can buy a table and space if you want to sell your own collection. Joe, this is going to be a fun show. This is going to be really cool. Give us any final thoughts, things you need people to know before you roll.
Well, one of the great things is it's a family-friendly event. When you come to our shows, you'll see a lot of people, both the parents and the kids, showing them around because there's something for everyone. There's bargain boxes of cards that are anywhere from 50 cents to $1 up. And then if you're one of those bigger collectors that likes to find those unique cards, maybe those graded cards, those Gem Mint 10, there's going to be thousands and thousands of those on display, as well as what's called the trading card game, the TCG, with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and so on, comic books, as I mentioned, autographed memorabilia and such. If I could give a special thank you to some of those in our community that have helped support our event. Stacked Packs, big supporter and sponsor of our event. Poke Familia, J-Lo Collectibles, SD Sportsmen, and OC Dugout. Those folks really helped support our event, and they'll be at the show. So if you have an opportunity to come out and attend, come by and say hello to those folks that have vendor tables set up.
Joe, it sounds like it's going to be a great event on August 6th and 7th. The website is SD Collectibles, and we'll see you down there. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the Mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Home of Guiding Hands helps San Diego community in that we're a resource for families. A lot of times when families first identify that their child, their loved one, might have an intellectual or developmental disabilities, they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. And we're here to help guide people through that process, to show them what a thriving life their loved one can have. It's a passion I share, having a daughter with a disability.
I really love the place that I live at. Because of Home of Guiding Hands, I was able to move out of my parents' house and into a beautiful home that I love living in. And so if you have an independent living service coordinator, they will help you learn more about being independent, and they help guide you through different things. They've helped me with lots of encouragement and love. They've also given me an ILS worker who is an amazing person, and I love her so much. She's great. I could tell you the first, I think, week or so, I wasn't feeling very confident in myself. The first couple of nights I was like, oh, this is scary. But I look back on it now and I'm like, this is so easy.
Main Street Living celebrates diverse abilities in partnership with Home of Guiding Hands, supporting the special needs community for over 55 years.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.